I like fucked up shit, man. I like when crazy stuff happens. I like stuff like in sports. I love watching sports. Like, I love all this stuff like people cheating, like with steroids, you know? I am so pro steroids, it's ridiculous. I could give a shit. I could really give a shit, you know? I don't know what Barry Bonds is doing, but whatever he's doing, I hope he keeps doing it. I hope he just comes out as like one big chest muscle with like a bat sticking out. Just keeps cranking him over the fence, you know? Who gives a fuck, dude? People have been cheating since the beginning. Since I was watching baseball in the 70s, half of them were on coke. You don't think that helped you see the ball a little better? Be like wired out of your mind, like, dude, I can see every stick. The curveball, I'm gonna fucking fight it. 12th inning, you're all fucking amped up. This is the shit, man. No, I love all that stuff. I like when, you know, people fall out of the upper deck, when athletes punch people in the stands. I mean, that's just like what's entertainment for me now, you know? I like that Jimmy the Greek moment that happens in sports, you know? Like once every 4 or 5 years, you know that? Like some 50, 55-year-old white dude tries to explain why black people are kicking the shit out of white people in practically every major sport, you know? And it always goes down the same way, right? There's always like 3 white dudes, and the one white dude in the middle, he's always like the guy with like the theory. You know, he's always, you know, it seems these African-American athletes, they seem to have this quick twitch muscle fiber. You know, there's a slow twitch, and there's this quick twitch. And the second the dude says that, like the other 2 white dudes start like sliding out of frame, like, okay, this guy's getting fired, and I'm not gonna be part of this highlight. Nice knowing you, Ned. Keep that seat warm, right? And the dude in the middle, he's just like hell-bent on getting fired. You know, he starts like bringing up slavery. And evidently they were breeding the strongest man with the strongest woman and that quick twitch. And literally 20 minutes later, that dude's on TV. He's like fired, right? He's crying. His family's standing there. He's got like a box of shit from his desk with like an Emmy sticking out. He's like, oh, look, sad. I was just talking about the quick twitch and the slow twitch. And I wasn't just trying to make a point. No, I love that. I love seeing people mess up their careers like that. It's just funny to me. Plus, I gotta admit, as a white dude, on some level, I have to believe in that theory, because it's like, are white dudes that bad at basketball? I can't even watch the NBA anymore, man. It's like every highlight, the white dude's like that, the black dude has like his nuts in his face, fucking blah! I'm just sitting at home like, for the love of God, tackle the guy. Jesus Christ, get out of the way. Do you ever get tired of those 2 nuts flying over your head? You know you're gonna be on SportsCenter, just get out of the way. Dude, I'm telling you, there's got to be something to that theory. I saw this show one time on runaway slaves. It was one of the most amazing programs I've ever seen in my life. Dude, when you ran away as a slave, you just didn't run to the end of the driveway and be like, fuck that job, just start walking down the street. Dude, you had to like run through whole states. There's dogs chasing you, you're hurdling shit, you're swimming. Those were the first fucking triathletes. And there was nobody helping them out. There was no dude on the side of the road like, come on, man, 2 more states, you're in Ohio. Suck it out, you're looking good, looking good. Yeah, dude, you were on your own. Is it any wonder? 250, 300 years of that shit, and then I'm gonna D you up in gym class? It ain't happening. I come from hundreds of years of alcoholics. I got like half a liver, you know what I mean? It's just... You know what's funny to me about that stuff? You can't even like, you know, I obviously know that theory's crazy, but it's just like, you can't even bring up how well black people are doing in sports. Everybody gets all weird about it, which I don't understand, because it's like a compliment, you know? Like, feel how weird it is right now. You know, I just brought that shit up. I'm saying something good, right? I saw a coach get in trouble for that shit. Like, his team was like 0-6 or something. They just couldn't win, and every week the press was just getting on him more and more and more, right? And the dude, he was just like flustered, and he had like a moment of honesty. They were like, why can't you guys win a game? He's like, oh, you know, I don't know, the offense isn't getting it done, you know, defense, you know, they're too slow, and they just run out. Tell me, we gotta get some more black guys in this team, but I'm telling you, it's just not... And immediately, everybody's like, what? Everyone started freaking out like they had no idea what this dude was talking about. It's like, are you watching SportsCenter? Or do you see the Olympics? Like, I love the 100-meter dash, right? There's always like 9 black dudes and that one token white guy in like lane 8. I'm just sitting there going, come on, man, one time. Just one time, just win the bronze, just do what you gotta do. And the white dude always stays with him till like the first turn, then he like fucking blows out his hammy. Those other 8 black dudes are like, where's that white dude the next Olympics? He's like up in the broadcast booth, his career's over. He's like a commentator. Yeah, it's gonna be a great race. Still can't feel my fucking toes, but I'm telling you. No, I don't get it. It's like a compliment. We're saying you're fast. That's a good thing, right? People start all freaking out. Oh, you're acting like that's all we can do. You're saying we can't be scientists. No, we're not. All we're saying is if there was a race through the microscopes, you fuckers would win. We're just saying But you're fast. You get there first. Your lap hoe would be flapping in the wind. I'd get there like 3 minutes later, all cramped up. What are you looking at, bacteria? No, you go first. You just go first. Jesus Christ. That was a Volvo. The guy ran by a Volvo in street shoes. I've never seen that before in my life. No, I get into those arguments all the time. All the time. Friends of mine will be like, well, how come anytime a black athlete does something, they say it's an athletic move? Anytime a white athlete does it, they say it's an intelligent move. And it's like, well, fair enough, man. It just depends on what you're doing. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, if you read a defense, white or black, that's an intelligent move, right? But if you take off from the foul line, jump over 9 other dudes, and throw the shit down, those other 9 guys aren't standing there like, fuck, why didn't I think of that shit? Here I am dribbling around, guys. I said, that's some superhero shit. You have like a cape flapping in the wind with a big S on your chest. I'm telling you, man, that's the funny thing about Hitler. Just let me finish. Let me work my way through this idea. No, that's my favorite sports clip is that Jesse Owens shit. I just love it because their whole angle was fucked up. He made Hitler leave in like the 3rd quarter, right? He's putting down his number 1 finger, just fucking walking out of the stadium. Jesus Christ. Their whole thing was like, we are going to create a superior race. It's like, dude, I think we accidentally already did that. You know, we send a select group of people to the gym every day for a couple hundred years. It's paying evidence. They're fucking dunking on us every day. Dude, how quiet was that limo ride home with Hitler? You know what I'm saying? You know he was talking crazy shit when they were on the way there. They were all amped up. We are going to dominate Sieg Heil. Just going off. That whole ride home, they're just sitting there all quiet. You're sitting next to an even angrier than usual Adolf Hitler, trying to make some sort of small talk, like, hey, it is one nice day, isn't it? You know, nice food.
Long story short, Hugh Jackman plays the part of Gary Hart, and he was amazing. And I had a really fun scene where we were tailing him, we were chasing him down this alley, and he's like the nicest guy ever, but he's a big guy, he's like 6'4", and he's ripped. And we went down the alley, and his character's mad at our character, and he just turned around and looked at us. And for half a second, I was like, oh, that's Wolverine. And I legit got scared. And he's a big guy, you know? So what's funny in this scene is as the reporter, I have like a notebook, and I dropped it. And after the screening, we went to the Toronto Film Festival, and all these actors are coming up to me. I love the choice you made. I love the choice you made to drop the notebook. I go, no, dude, that was real. I was like, hard day at work, and that's all they need. So basically what happened was a lot of empty seats where I was up because StubHub was gouging people so bad, people just stayed home. So there was all these empty seats behind us.
Really?
So my buddy was taking his beer, empty beer cans, was sticking them there. And this guy, I don't know, he had a problem with it. And rather than just being, hey, do you mind, my wife and kid got to get by, can you just blah, 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 he just immediately went to, hey, was there something wrong with the bottom of your chair? And then it escalated, and then I pulled the ladies line, which usually diffuses it. I was like, ladies, come on, what are we doing? We're at the game here, right? And I go to shake his hand, he doesn't shake my hand like an So now, all my Boston anger comes up, and I'm just talking loudly about West Coast fans, forgetting that I'm a bald 50-year-old man that's going to get thrown off the upper deck. And finally, after an inning and a half, I'm at the World Series, and I'm mad at this idiot behind me. What do I care? Okay, what do I care about this guy? You know, he's not going to hurt us. There's 4 of us. You know, he was like 80 pounds overweight, so what's he going to fall on us? Like, that's the best thing he's going to do. So I went down to get a beer. When I came back, he was mean-mugging me the whole way up.
Oh, really?
He's with his wife and kid. He's sitting there, you know, looking like he just got out of Denny's, and he's looking at me like he's going to do something. So my eyes are starting to go, but I refuse to get glasses. So I'm sitting there, like, as I'm walking up, I'm like, is this guy looking at me? So, you know, when you have old eyes, you got to look away and then look back to make sure, right? So I did that. Now he thinks I'm soft. Like, oh, I got him. He blinked, right? So something happened on the walk up to him. I was just like, I'm not doing this anymore. I was just like, dude, come on, man. I got to respect the Dodgers. I love you guys. I'm sorry you put that thing. Can we just crush, you know, squash this, right? So I go to do the fist bump, and he's so immature, like emotionally, that when he went to do the fist bump, he didn't even move his hand up. He just had it in his lap, and he just kind of went like this. You know, like when a toddler goes to wave for the first time, they don't lift their arm up. They just imitate you like that. Like he did that, and I did the fist bump, and then we were fine. So I think I figured something out.
What?
Because there's an overlap with Irish guys and Mexican dudes as far as like a disconnect. Like you have like this anger. And like, I think, like when you meet a 40-year-old Mexican dude, you got to do the math. That's like meeting a 60-year-old Irish guy in therapy years. Like they're even more hardcore. Dude, they'll literally stand there, face 10 people with flamethrowers and not even flinch. Be like, what? I'm not backing down. So you have to give them, you got to give them the out. So I gave him the out, and then I squashed it. And then even my buddy, the Anglish Boston guy next to me, afterwards he walked out. He was just like, dude, how did you do that? How did you do that? It's just like, well, you know, I've been married for 5 years, losing fights all the time. So I've just learned.
Christina, congratulations on the baby. You just had the baby, right?
Yeah, little Friday morning.
Friday morning.
I did. My wife did. I didn't do anything. I felt unbelievably useless. I was in total panic mode. When I dropped her off at the emergency room, she goes, all right, you got to go park the car down in the spot. And I swear to God, I was in such fight or flight. I was driving down there, this voice in my head just said, just keep going. Just keep going. Just drive away. Which, of course I wouldn't, but I started laughing. Isn't there like a Bruce Springsteen song about that? Going out to get cigarettes, and there's something hilarious about people abandoning their family, where like, I just can't imagine like the hell that you would be in to do that move. But just knowing you were gonna do it, like the level of excitement that you would have before, like, okay, I'm gonna go get some cigarettes. And I'm never gonna see you people again, your mother-in-law. All of this stuff is over. I'm a loner, man. I don't like people. So
Yeah, you're not lying.
I don't.
Yeah, I know.
This Fifth Avenue during Christmas time, the thoughts that go through my head. The thoughts that go through my head. I just want to chop that tree down and watch it land on people as I walk over their head.
No!
I do.
That was the holiday season.
I know.
No.
I knew I wasn't going to stick to that. I was trying to be happy. I was trying to be happy. We tried.
We tried.
Oh, you played drums. Oh, that was fun, wasn't it? It went right in the tank.
Yeah.
Right in the tank. I got to trash people or it doesn't work.
Actually, I got a couple of friends of African persuasion, and I got to get rid of them, man. I got to admit to you. I'm finding I'm spending too much money on clothes hanging out with them, because I got to, like, fucking try to keep up with their wardrobe. It's like every time they go out, they got all brand new shit on. All brand new shit. So when I show up with my white version of brand new, which is, you know, I ironed the shit, right? I ironed it, right? It's new. They just start trashing me. I can't keep up with them, man. They got like fucking 58 pairs of sneakers. Ever notice that shit? Like every color fucking Timberland. And I don't give a shit what fucked up color their shirt is. They got a pair of shoes to match it and a hat. It's like a rule or something. They're the worst. Even when you wear some new shit, there's like some sort of rule that you gotta like space out the amount of time within which like that you wear it. Because God forbid you wear the same shirt within a 10-day period, one of them's gonna notice. All of a sudden just look at you funny like, this motherfucker's got the same shit he had on last Tuesday. And then the whole crowd's like, oh shit! Then everybody just starts making fun of your fucking clothes. First they do the math, like, what was that, 5 days ago? 5 days? This motherfucker got 5 shirts. He got 5 shirts. And they start breaking it down. Yo, his first shirt be saying Monday, next shit be saying Tuesday. Yo, on the weekend, he ain't be wearing no shirt. I'll tell you, it's actually funny. You know what? That's actually how I judge black guys now. When I first came to the city, like, all black people scared me. No, I was like the typical white dude from like the suburbs, you know what I mean? Had no frame of reference, you know? So my only frame of reference with black people was like, remember those early 90s gangster rap videos? Throw the fucking LA riots in there, man. It was fucking horrible PR. I'm watching the videos, look, he's got a nice car, he's got all the women, and he's still fucking mad. These black dudes are never happy. But after 10 years of living in the city, this is how I narrow it down. Whether a black dude scares me or not. Black dudes with dirty sneakers scare the fucking shit out of me. No. I figured out in my head, because I know from hanging out with them, that's the last shit that they're gonna let go. The immediate shit that they have on. So I think, you know, if his sneakers are fucked up, that means his life is fucked up. Every time he leaves his building, the whole neighborhood, oh, shit! Everyone starts making fun of him. He's on the train in a bad mood. I kind of have this howdy-doody, kind of mug me kind of face. I'm not saying something's gonna happen, I'm just saying, I'm paying attention. So I've been seeing this girl recently, this black girl, right? She lives up in Harlem, you know, gone out like 3-4 times, you know. First time we hung out like the Village area in New York, you know, which is sort of like a racially mixed area. So shit was cool, you know what I mean? Second time we hung out was more like Midtown, you know. Then the third time, she called me at like 3:30 in the morning, and she wanted me to come up to her apartment, right? So it's 3:30 in the morning, she lives in Harlem, I look how I look, so it's a fucking situation. Yeah, because you know the deal, right? Basically, a white dude feels comfortable up to about like 98th, 99th Street, you know what I'm saying? The second the streets start getting into like triple digits, like 100, 101st Street, start getting like a little asthma, like, ah, fuck, it's starting to get a little high up here. You feel that little tightness in your chest? Can you feel that? 106th Street, you're like leaning on shit like, dude, where'd all the cabs go? How come there's no taxis up here? Dude, what's a bodega? I don't know what that is. Let's get the fuck out of here. So I'm praying to God she's gonna tell me to take the subway, get off at like 105th Street, 103rd, you know, which is like the first stop in Harlem where I can still look over my shoulder and see like all the white people like disappearing over the horizon, you know? But she goes, no, man, you want to get on the Uptown 2-3 train, you want to get off at 125th Street. I'm like, God, fuck, 125th Street. Jesus Christ, that's like right in the middle of everything. I'm going to be surrounded on all four sides. I can't fucking do this. So, at this point, I'm really trying to hide like the bitchy tone that's starting to creep into my voice, you know? And I'm trying to ask for really specific directions for when I get up there, because I want to know exactly where I'm going. So she starts naming the streets I have to go down, and every other street up there is named after like a black leader, you know? She's like, make a left on Adam Clayton, take a right on Frederick Douglass. I'm like, ah, fuck Adam Clayton. Yo, dude, go on the internet, look up Adam Clayton. Did he kill a bunch of white people during the slave revolt? Dude, I ain't going up there till I know what Adam Clayton did. Fuck this shit. So at this point, I'm really having a battle with myself. Because I'm thinking I can't do this, right? I'm like, I can't do this, but my dick's going, no, come on, man, we can do this, all right? Just relax. Pull yourself together and get on the goddamn train, right? So as always, I listen to my dick. Oh yeah, I get on the train. By the time I get up there, it's like 5 or 4 in the morning, right? I'm staying on like Malcolm X and like Danny Glover or some shit, right? I don't even know where the hell I'm at. When I see the street I want to go up, I want to go up St. Nick. I can literally see her apartment building, but there's like 5 or 6 black dudes standing right on the corner, right where I want to walk by. So I'm like, fuck! Felt like I was on like some reality show at that point, like some sort of like white guy survivor. It was ridiculous. So I'm thinking, I gotta walk right by these guys, right? You know what's funny? I think that they were actually more surprised to see me than I was scared, you know? And I was really, really scared, you know, but I'm also really, really white, you know? Like shockingly Caucasian. You know what I mean? Like if you're not ready for me, I can like surprise you. No, especially if you live up there. You've probably seen a white person for hours, possibly days. So when I show up, it's almost like magical. Like a leprechaun came out of nowhere, you know? Felt like I should have had like a little pot of gold, like a rainbow behind me. Top of the morning to you, latte. Kind of danced my way past them. But it's been going all right, you know? Once I get in her apartment, I'm fine, you know? I relax, sit down, you know, watch a hip-hop countdown. Pretend like I know the groups, you know what I mean? It's just getting there that's a fucking pain in the ass. But, you know, I don't get mad at it, because I figure, you know, black dudes got to go through the same shit, though, right? When you go out to the suburbs, go fuck a white girl, right? Just that same awful feeling of just leaving your people behind, you know, just less and less of you as you're fucking driving out there. Probably start off lean and you're all fucking cool. 20 minutes in, you're driving like 10 and 2, the radio's up, like, dude, I don't like this shit. I don't like this shit at all. There's too much grass, I don't see any rims. This is fucked up. None of the windows are tinted. I can clearly see white people in every car. This is fucked up. Listen, you guys were awesome. Thank you so much for coming out. God bless you. Thank you very much. All right, man. So anyways, yeah, so I have a lot of fucked up thoughts, man. I do. This is the most recent one I had. You ever drive down the street and see like 30 people up on a sidewalk and you just think, right? You don't do it. You just think it. That's what like separates the psychos from the functioning psychos, right? Psychos, they just think it, fuck it, they do it. They get the wipers going, they make a day out of it, right? But as a functioning psycho, not only do you not do it, you actually analyze it. Like, man, if I just leave my hand right here, nobody knows who I am. I move it 2 degrees over here, I'm on the cover of Newsweek. I am instantly famous, right? Right here, nobody knows me. Just a regular jackass like, hey, Bill, you want to come to the cookout? You know, maybe you could bring that potato salad. It was such a big hit last year. One of the most horrific scenes we've seen in years. Bodies just strewn about. You should really go there. Amy's going to be there. You can strike up a conversation, maybe hook up with her. No indication he even tried to stop. No, I have those thoughts all the time. Like recently, my girl took me to a street fair, right? You guys ever been to a street fair, you know? They close off the block, right? They close off the block, there's like shawarma, there's like shit made out of buttons, right? People with no teeth are making keychains, you know? It's a typical girlfriend idea. It sucks, and it's gonna take all Saturday, right? Right? She's like all excited, she's like swinging my arm. Oh my God, this is gonna be fucking great, right? I'm like praying for lightning, some sort of scaffolding to fall down on my head, you know? So she comes up, first place she comes up to is this big table of nothing but like homemade jewelry, right? Homemade jewelry, okay? It's got twigs in it, macaroni, it's shit. It is a table of shit, right? But she loves it, right? She's like, oh my God, this stuff is so funky, right? She's like trying on the earrings. Do you like these? Do you think these are nice, right? I want to be like, no. If they were nice, they'd be in a store, all right? There'd be a roof, some sort of structure would be built around this. This is shit. This is a table of shit, right? Oh, brutal. It's brutal, right? But I don't want to be a dick. So I'm like, no, honey, that's great. You know, John, I'm going to go get some air, okay? Even though we're outside, I think there's more air to be had, you know? No, because I felt it. I was going to snap. I literally watched like 2-3 tables away, and this lady standing there with this big table and nothing but muffins, right? Homemade muffins. It's like 85 degrees out. She's standing there with this big table, nothing but muffins. She's got this big stupid, look at the muffins I made. Look in her face. And the second I saw that shit, that part of my brain was just like, dude, what would happen if you just came up and just said, hey, lady, are these your muffins? Oh, yeah? I just started going fucking wham, wham, bang, 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 bang. Like, how many of these muffins could I mush before anybody did anything? I mean, realistically, I think I could have got the whole table. Because even if you saw me doing that shit, it would take at least 5 to 6 seconds to process. Like, did they say you can do that? Is it like a game? Do you eat the muffin off your fist? That just seems like a waste of pastry. You know? Dude, there's no security and shit like that. There's no dude standing there. He's mushing the muffins. Okay, I'm on it. Sorry, we're going to have to ask you to leave. They just choked me out. So I just started thinking of the horrified, fucked up look in this lady's face as I started slamming these muffins. And out of nowhere, I just started laughing like a maniac. I'm like slumped over this fried dough cart. I'm dying. My girl looks at me. She's like, what the hell are you laughing at? And like an idiot, I actually tried to explain this fucked up thought to her. Like she was going to get it on some level, right? I'm just sitting there like, I was just thinking, what if I started punching the muffins? You know what I mean? I just started punching them. And she's just looking at me like, why do I go out with you? Dude, but I swear to God, man, if I never broke eye contact the second I started hitting those things, that girl wouldn't even been able to call for help. I would have been in her head. It would have been too personal. She'd be like, did I go to high school with this guy? Why would you do that? Muffins are a happy food. I don't understand it. All right, listen, I'm out of time. You guys are so much fun. Thank you so much for coming out. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I hope you found that educational. Now to bring out a man I'm thrilled to have here. As I mentioned, this comic is simply one of the best in the world. We're thrilled to welcome Bill Burr. How are you? Doing this over here. What's up, man? How are you? I know, it's confusing. Yeah.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
All right. I dressed up more. I know.
I know.
You got the pocket square, too? You're killing me.
Wait, I don't even own this suit.
Well, looks like you do. Looks tailor-made. Little snazzy socks going on.
Thank you. Oh, my legs? It is great to have you here. I'm a big fan myself, and you've been doing comedy a long time.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, I meant that in a good way. How do you think Breaking Bad's gonna end?
You know what? I have no idea, because whenever I do the show, like, all they do is they just give me my little scene.
Right.
So I'm as big a fan as anybody. So it was such a thrill when I finally, I kept bugging my agent, trying to get on, and I finally got a little part on there. It was like getting sucked into the TV. And I remember when they had the clapper, you know, before they go in the action thing, I saw it said Breaking Bad, and I couldn't believe I was there. And so I get little tidbits of information, but I have no idea.
Right, but you're a smart guy. So,
oh, he's pandering now, isn't he?
I know, you like that? But
Yeah.
you're brilliant. You're a genius. Is there any clues while you're on set? Does Aaron Paul go home early any days? That's what I'm asking. You know, when they're shooting the last episode, you know? Did you hear a director go, all right, we're stabbing Skylar now? Like, did you?
No, they keep it really, really under wraps. I know what you know. That's
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even I wouldn't want to know either.
Yeah.
People are saying you're the next Louis C.K., not in a stylized sense, but in like
I'm a balding redhead.
Yeah.
Other than that.
Ron Howard, Louis C.K.,
Yeah.
Bill Burr.
Yeah, you got to watch out for us balding redheads. We're coming on. I think that's pretty much where the comparison ends, as far as I'm concerned, because I am a huge fan of Louis, and I learned from him. Like, that guy he's the generation or so in front of me. He's also doing like one of the greatest shows on TV, writing, directing, acting in it, and all that. So
Yeah.
he's putting me to shame. That's what
Really,
I'm saying.
you're on one of the greatest shows on TV right now.
I do stand up in strip malls. That's what I do. That's what I do. And occasionally I get some acting work, which is cool.
A lot of people know about that famous, that when you took it out on Philly, because they were a bad crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Your famous rant,
Yep.
which you've since said you like Philadelphia, and that wasn't the issue. You were just giving...
People in Philly don't even remember. Basically, if you haven't seen it, I was doing a show for the Opie and Anthony radio program, and they had this show called The Traveling Virus, and we were doing these like 10,000 seaters, and we went to Philly, and they're notorious for booing people, and they booed the first guy off stage, and I went on like 3 hours after that. So by the time I got up there, it was a complete shit show. And I don't know, they started booing, and I snapped and decided I wasn't going to leave, and I just attacked everything that they loved.
And well. Yeah.
And you know what? They're so twisted. They actually they enjoyed it, and then when I came back to Philly, they do it so much they don't even remember. They were like, "Oh, yeah." You know, I mean, I've seen them boo. I saw them boo. What was that? Destiny's Child. I saw them boo.
For what?
Because it was a bad management move. They sang at the NBA Finals. The 76ers were playing the Lakers. So I still remember it. They all came out, and they were wearing these sexy glitter like NBA outfits. And one had a glitter NBA one, another had a glitter Philadelphia 76er one, and then the other one had a glitter Los Angeles Lakers one for some stupid reason. Oh. So it was clearly they were like, we don't have a dog in the fight. We don't care. We're whoring ourselves out for the NBA. So they start singing the song, and this comic, Keith Robinson, who's from Philly, calls me up. He's like, you watching this? Because we knew it was coming. I just remember they ended the song, however it ends, you know, and bootylicious, it ends. And then they just go, and the whole crowd just goes, boo! And for half a second, you saw, who's the Jay-Z's wife there? She just,
Beyonce.
Yeah, she just goes, like that, and they immediately went to commercial. And I remember watching it, I was like, yeah, I've been there. I've been there. No, I was mad that they cut to commercial, because I wanted to see if she did what I did. Like, you know what, guys,
You are sort of crazy. You're the only small gun advocate I know. You're like everyone's like, knowing you shouldn't have guns. Some people are like, everybody needs a gun. You're like, get a small gun.
Yeah.
Only if the apocalypse happens.
No, you get like a 22. It's perfect.
Yeah. Which I think you feel like the day the power goes out, you're gonna have to shoot all your neighbors.
Yeah.
But I feel like you're under.
I don't want to like die hiding in the cabinets in my kitchen. You know what I mean? I would like to take somebody with me. I'm not saying that I'm gonna go hunt somebody down, right? But like, you know, and you guys might look at this like this is some crazy gun nut American, you know, but I'm on to you guys where there's something going on up here. I don't know what it is, but like, you know, you lose a hockey game and you like burn down your city, like a riot. it seems so trivial, but that's like, yeah, they always, what is that thing where they say a riot is an expression of, I'm too stupid to remember.
I don't know.
I know this. I know you're not nearly as happy as Michael Moore tried to make you out in that movie. Like, oh, everybody's up here, you know, just having a good time and leaving their doors unlocked. Nobody ever gets smashed over the head with a bottle. It was such...
Oh, no.
It just drove me nuts. You guys play enough hockey up here, you get that violent tendency out.
Oh, yeah. They make us try to play hockey. Yeah. And then based on this...
I'm a huge fan of hockey. I love it. And I love that people don't get it down in the States. I love it. I love it. Why do they let them fight? I can't see the puck. It's like music to my ears. It's like, good, yeah, get out of here. Just get out of here. Let me watch it in peace.
Do you remember when they lit up the puck for a few years on
Fox
TV?
News, yeah.
That was you guys.
Do you know? No, but the NHL...
Well,
no, wait a minute. Time out. The NHL is you guys too. So all the owners had to agree with that. And you all had to be like, we gotta like expand this thing.
We thought we'd funnel money into Canada and keep it here, but you guys took it over, like you tend to do. But
I'm not going to apologize for that.
No, you're big on the, yeah.
I mean, that's just business, dude. You're acting like we came and knocked you on the head. You know what we're about.
Wait a minute.
Oh, yeah. Wait a second. Fellow white person, not native to this country. How did you guys get this up here? Did the Native Americans go, oh, well, we like these white guys. You can have all our land. Jesus Christ. No, I get it. Your shit smells like maple syrup up here. Is that what you're telling me? All right. Yeah. I'll go with it.
We'll be back with more with Bill Burr.
Yeah. The teams are coming back.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Up next, more with Bill Burr, who raves about his love for fantasy hockey teams.
I don't ever want to be that guy in the bar where the other team scores. And everybody's like, and you're like, oh, but he's on my fantasy team.
Dude. What are you doing? Huel. Hey, quit screwing around. We are here to do a job, not channel Scrooge McDuck. You hearing me?
I hear you.
Dude. Screw it.
How great is that? How great was that? Like,
that was fun. That scene was a lot of fun to do, and you know, everything on that show is so top shelf, and we were getting a lot of laughs off camera when we were doing it. They were trying to do, when we were laying on the money, they said that they wanted to kind of be almost doing like a homage to like a pillow talk after sex, except but it was more like your love of money, and so just the two of us laying there.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, because did they let you go?
I didn't get Scrooge McDuck. I didn't get it.
That sounds like a you reference.
No, that was theirs,
you?
and I was sitting there going, Scrooge McDuck, I don't get that. And then, so I just delivered it like I understood it, and then I did that a lot on that show. Like when I had to talk about like chemicals, like benzene, nitrobenzene, I just would stress it like nitrobenzene, like I didn't have any idea what it was. But it worked because I was playing a guy conning people, so it was kind of funny that in real life and in the character, I had no idea what I was talking about. But anyways, the Scrooge McDuck line, like the next day on Twitter, I got like all these emails. Scrooge McDuck, did you come up with that? LOL, that was hilarious. I was like, ugh, I must have.
It sounds like a you. It sounds like you.
Fooled them again. I was too afraid to say it on set, too, that I don't get it, because I was like, they're not going to bring me back. They're going to think I'm stupid. Okay, yeah, Scrooge McDuck, that's a good line. Okay.
So they want you to sound off on some people quickly. What's your opinion on Miley Cyrus?
I don't really know who she is.
That's good enough for me.
No, I don't mean that in a mean way. I think, but I obviously saw like her with the pigtails and sticking her tongue out. I didn't think the dance she did was any more sexual than anything else that I saw throughout the years on that thing. I think what creeped people out was she was a child star, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now you see her grown up, and it's just undeniable at this point that someone's banged her. And I think that really kind of messed with people. Like, she knew how to move. She's a woman now, and you know what? You guys need to get over it, all right? It's her body. I don't know. Like, back in the day, if you thought somebody sucked, you know, you just told your friends. You weren't able to, like, contact them. and try to weird them out while they're eating toast, you know?
Yeah.
You know? So, no, that was like right when I thought I had built up a tough enough skin on stage. That was a new tough skin that you had to develop was when, you know, MySpace and all those things came out, and you were like, oh, this is a great way to connect with fans, thinking it was going to be all, all nice stuff, and then the first time it happens to you, you're just not ready. You get like 25 great things, and then that one awful one, and you're just like, because there's always a little bit of truth in it.
Yeah.
With your big stupid head. You know how many times you say you know, and you're like, I know, I keep saying you know, I suck. And it just starts messing with you. But then you start thinking about that person. Like, well, I bet they do something, you know? They probably do something bad. Maybe they suck at driving or something. They have things to work on.
When you see someone who hates you, you ever go to their Twitter feed and they just hated everything they did that day? They're like, Bill Burr,
no, but I will attack him. I had one guy, he said, when he coming to Dallas, you fucking ginger? And then I clicked on his picture and he was overweight. So I just wrote back, I was there in April, you tub of shit. And he didn't write me back, and I felt good. I felt good knowing that I hurt him. Like, I'm really anti that whole somebody gets offended by a joke and then you go and apologize. Because the second you apologize, then you make that person right, like you meant it maliciously. If you're being malicious, apologize. But if you're not being malicious, you should not apologize on you know. And I find that people who get offended in crowds are very selfish. They're selfish. They'll sit there for 40 minutes and everything's funny. And then it comes to their neck of the woods, then all of a sudden you're making statements. You're not making jokes anymore.
Right.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know who gets offended by fat jokes? Fat people. Right? You make fun of animals, the PETA people get mad. You make fun of gays, the gay people will get mad. Not saying alls, but they do, right?
Yeah.
But like the PETA people never stick up for homophobia.
Right.
You know, the Asian group doesn't come at you when you're whatever, making fun of fatties, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, and I'm sitting here, they have like Kick a Ginger Day. People are telling us we're dying out. I mean, who's sticking up for me? So, you know, go f*** yourselves.
All right, fantasy hockey draft. Who do I pick first?
I don't play fantasy. I'll if you want to play pickup hockey, I'll do that. But I don't ever want to be that guy in the bar where the other team scores. And everybody's like, and you're like, oh, but he's on my fantasy team. I have this team. In my biggest fantasies, this would be the team. It's just the worst thing. I like to know in the stats because I used to collect football cards and stuff like that when I was a kid, and I knew where they went to school, and you know, I like that aspect of it. But I just couldn't go over all my friends' house and have a mock draft. Like, I stopped playing Cowboys and Indians when I was a kid. Like, it's like, you know, once you're an adult, you should either go out and do it or, you know.
Which, yeah, you actually play.
Watch somebody do it.
You play hockey, though, yeah.
Pickup hockey, but I only started in 2010. I'm like upper horrible. That's what I'm at. But I play with a lot of guys that are better than me, so it's been a good thing. I can skate pretty good, but I equate my stick handling to like texting while driving. It's a lot of this, so it gets puck gets taken away from me real quick.
Thank you so much for being here, and check out Bill Burr, BillBurr.com, and listen to his podcast. Bill Burr, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Comedy at JFL 42. The festival is moving along so fast, and one of the best of the new generations of comedians, John Mulaney, is in town. He'll be joining us on Thursday's show. Yeah. Yes. Tomorrow, our guests are opinionated actress-comedian Janine Garofalo, the hilarious Andy Kindler, and Match Game panelist and Juice Pig, or was he Corky? Sean Cullen will be here. Yes. For Comedy at JFL 42, I'm Graham Chidnin. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Burr!
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you. For Christ's sake. Thank you. Thanks a lot. I'm running out of ways to say thank you. For Christ's sake. How's it going? Excellent. Was in a shitty mood today, man. I was watching TV. You ever been in like such a bad mood that even when you're watching bad shit happening to people, you're like, you know what? Good. You know, I'm glad your life sucks. Makes me feel better about my own. No, you know what I was doing? I was watching this, you know those Fabulous Lives? I was watching the Fabulous Life of the Olsen twins, you know? And they're like 18 years old. They're like zillionaires. We got a great apartment. And it's making me feel like a loser. Then halfway through it, I find out one of them's anorexic. I was like, you know what? All right. That makes me feel better. You know, I'm glad she's not eating. Hope you pass out, whack your head off your golden sink. Just to add to my day. You know, I don't get how the other Olsen twin only weighs half a pound more, but she's fucking fine. No, they're so starving, they're weak. That's why whenever they take a picture of them, you ever notice they gotta like fucking lean them up against each other? So like they don't tip over, like they're like still trying to look sexy. They're not sexy, they look like aliens. They are, man. You can't weigh 42 pounds and have your eyeballs be 28 of that weight and not look like you're from outer space. Like, when I look at them, I think if E.T. was going to have a threesome, those are the two bitches he'd hook up with. He would. He'd get that glowing finger going. Now, I'm feeling like a loser, man. I am, man. I'm fucking 36. I'm not married, you know? I'm at that age where everybody I know is getting married. You know, let me ask you a question. Why the hell do people keep getting married? You know, isn't anybody looking at the stats? I mean, what's it like? 1 out of 2 marriages goes right down the shitter? People, if you were going skydiving and they told you half the parachutes weren't going to open, you'd be like, yo, fuck that, I'm not going. Yeah. No, it's like, I don't like those odds. I get a 50% chance of splatting on the ground. I'm not doing it, right? But there's something about getting married. People just have to do it. They're just like, is this the line to lose half my shit? Awesome. This is gonna be great. I can't wait to lose my car, my money. Oh, look, the line's moving. One step closer to my own personal hell. No, I don't think I could ever get married, man. Married dudes freak me out. Anytime you ask a married guy, what's it like being married, they always tell you it's good, but they always have a look on their face like they have like an appendicitis. You ever notice that? You're like, dude, what's it like being married? Like, you know, it's good. It's good. It's, no, it's good. It's enjoyable, you know. It's a lot of work, but, you know, I think when you meet that special someone, there's a connection, and I can't feel my legs. Let me just lean over here. You know, a woman completes a man, and some other metaphor. No, you know what freaks me out too, really? When you go to a man's house, there's nothing in there, a married guy's house. When you walk in there, there's nothing in there that even suggests a man even lives there. It's all potpourri and throw pillows, that stupid canopy, we live in a dollhouse bullshit over the bed. Where does all the guy's stuff go? They just throw it out, they just walk into your apartment. Oh my God, look at all your stuff. All your stuff is stupid. Look at all this stupid stuff. Wow, guys buy really stupid stuff. Hey, you want to go to the candle store? Let's go to the candle store. Wouldn't that be awesome? I've been dragged into that nightmare for like an hour and a half, 90 minutes just sitting there. This smells like a pumpkin. Doesn't that smell like a pumpkin? This looks like a Christmas tree. Wouldn't that be great? Smell like Christmas in the apartment? Middle of summer, just fuck with your whole reality? No, you know what it is? I didn't have like a really good model necessarily, like growing up, like watching my parents. They always used to argue and shit, you know? Like I was afraid of my dad when I was growing up, you know? Anybody have a dad like that? You're just afraid of him? You know, not like those sitcom dads. They come home, the kids are like hugging their legs. My dad pulled in the driveway. Me and my brothers freaked like, fucking dad's home. Shut off the TV. Try to hide. Dude, if I stand like this, do I look like a lamp? He won't see me, right? Can I just fucking chill out here? He wasn't understanding. When you fucked up, he told you. He didn't sit down, well, we're gonna work it out. We'll just, you know, I still love you. He looked, you, what the fuck is wrong with you? Jesus Christ, you're an idiot. Weren't you even paying attention? Oh, bullshit. Christ, you're just like your mother. You're fucking out to lunch. That was my dad. No matter what he was bitching about, somehow he would make it about my mother. It would have nothing to do with her. He could somehow find a connection and spin it back. He'd have said, oh, is it raining out? Oh, for Christ's sake, I don't need this shit. Christ, it's the same goddamn thing with your mother. That woman is a fucking cloud hanging over my life. Anytime you got an idea, Christ, she shits all over it. No, he was hilarious. He used to work all the time, so he didn't really have like any friends or anything. So he used to talk to me when I was 8 years old like I was a fucking bartender. Just dumping all this shit on me. Like playing in the sandbox, he'd be coming up there. I'll tell you right now, I don't know what the fuck I ever got married for. I'll tell you, man, I'm gonna get the fuck out. I swear to God, one of these days, when I get in the car, I'm gonna fucking drive out of here. Your mother's a bitch, Billy. Do you realize that? The woman is a fucking bitch. Is that too real for you guys? You fucking know what I'm talking about. I will get married, you know. I was making that. I'll definitely get married someday, you know. I love women and everything. I'm just finding I'm not, like, compatible with them. You know what I mean? You ever just feel that? Like, women have, like, too much energy for me. You know what I mean? Like, you can't have a day off when you have a girlfriend. You ever notice that? It's almost like they see that open day. They're like, oh, my God, let's go fill it up with shit. No, then they just come at you with one horrible idea after another. Horrible ideas. Like, you want to make some sandwiches and go to the park? You want to go to the container store, get some containers for your T-shirts? This is the worst one. You ever get this one? Want to go to brunch? You want to go to brunch on Sunday? And inside you're like, fucking no! But you can't say that, right? You got to keep them happy. So what do? You agree. Like, yeah, let's go to brunch. What a great idea. Why would you want to sleep in on a Sunday when you can go pay $18 for eggs? Nah, you're thinking. Then we can sit around and listen to your friends have moronic conversations about the eggs. Like, is that pesto? Is that pesto in your omelet? Oh, it's asparagus. It's asparagus. I thought it was pesto. Oh, you just want to flip the whole fucking table over? It's horrendous. I'm trying to learn to pick my battles when I date girls. I usually argue with women all the time, man. I'm stupid like that, you know? Like, I dated this girl one time. She was, like, really into, like, women's issues. So we used to always have these dumbass arguments. So one time she came up to me and she goes, okay, explain this to me, Bill. Why does a guy make more an hour to do the exact same job, huh? I go, I'll tell you why. Because in the unlikely event that we're both on a Titanic and it starts to sink, for some fucked up reason, you get to leave with the kids and I have to stay. Yeah, that's why I get the $1 more an hour. No, think about it. If there's a house fire, it's always women and children first. I got to stand there with, like, the back of my shirt on fire going, let's go, people, let's go, let's go. So that's how I look at it. No, it's $1 an hour surcharge. That if something fucked up happens, either I can't leave or I got to, like, get in the way of it to give you a head start, like, rabbit dog, run, honey, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. You hear a bump in the night, I got to go check it out, like, yes, he does have a knife. Anytime there's a hostage situation, who do they negotiate for first? Well, at least let the women and children go. Well, what about me? Bullets hurt me too. Why the fuck do I gotta stay in the vault? No, that's my point, man. Where are all the feminists in those situations? You know what I mean? You can't find them. There are no feminists in a house fire. That's a guarantee. You could take the most hardcore feminist, some chick right in your face, like, he's chauvinistic son of a bitch, little short, little haircut, the whole 9 yards, right? Second those flames break out, she's gonna twist those little hairs into pigtails. Oh, I'm just a girl. I wanna go play jump rope. and leave you standing in a burning house like you're not flammable. You know, but I'm not a dick, though. I'm not saying I think a woman should make $1 less an hour to do the same job. All I'm saying is if you're gonna make what I make when the boat sinks, you better be standing right there next to me, listen to that guy play the cello. Then you get the corner office. You get all the benefits or whatever. So anyways, I was watching George Bush today, man. That guy scares the shit out of me. No, not because like, oh, you know, all that political stuff. He's just like too into Jesus for me. I get uncomfortable with that. When people get like overly religious, it kind of freaks me out, you know? You know what I mean? Like I don't mind. I don't mind when like black people get really into Jesus, though, you know? Because like somehow like the shit stays spiritual. You know, you get a couple of good songs out of it. You know what I mean? People look like they're having a good time. Somehow when like white dudes get too into Jesus, all of a sudden like shit catches on fire. People start dying, somebody says they're Jesus, and they try to fuck every chick in the compound. Then the FBI's got the place surrounded, that tank comes in shooting the flames out the front. And I'm not saying white dudes are any more crazier than black dudes, it's just that nobody's watching us. That's the problem. That's too much freedom. It's kind of like living alone, you know, that same kind of fucked up freedom? You ever feel when you live alone, you like slowly go crazy? You know, because you got too much freedom, because everybody does crazy shit. But when you live alone and start doing something crazy, there's nobody there to be like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? What is wrong with you? What is that? Put it down. My girl's actually, she's really like religious. She goes to church every week, and I never go, and it freaks her out. She's like, why don't you go to church? You don't believe in God and heaven and hell and all that stuff? Why don't you go? And it's not because I don't believe in a higher power. I definitely do. My thing is when I go to church, I can't get past the fact that I'm just listening to some fucking guy. You ever think of that shit when you go in there? That's just some dude. And people are like, no, that's a special guy. No, it isn't. It isn't. He didn't like levitate down from the ceiling like, oh, this white light around him. Why would you listen to another human being tell you where you're gonna go when you die? It's just like, dude, have you ever been dead? No. Great. So wouldn't it be safe to assume that you wouldn't have the slightest fucking idea what you're talking about? Yeah, you're making it up. You're making the shit up. You're not fooling me with the robes and the candles, speaking in Old English. He said it under you wish. Shut the fuck up. You don't talk like that. You're just some guy. Your name's Jerry. You played soccer. You got your ass kicked in gym class. And now you're doing this. Acting like you're special. I can't do it. I can't get past that fact. I'm sitting in church. This guy's name's fucking Cliff. He's fucking born, and just break the guy down, and then I can't listen. It's like, you go in there, you listen to another human being tell you what to eat and when to eat it. Don't eat meat this Friday. If you eat meat this Friday, you are going to hell. It's like, dude, I'm going to a cookout on Friday. If you eat that fucking cheeseburger, buddy, that is it for you. Who is this guy? Dude, I'll eat a cheeseburger whenever I want to, and I'll jerk off. It's my dick. Why am I listening to this guy? I'll fucking jerk off while I eat a cheeseburger. What do you think about that? I'm not hurting anybody. Why would God care? I'm not hurting anybody. Think about it. You eat a cheeseburger, that's protein. That's good for your muscles, right? And I don't know about you guys, but after I rub one out, I'm more relaxed. I'm less likely to lash out at my fellow man. I'm in a great space mentally. I don't have any road rage. I talk to telemarketers. I'm buying the shit. I think they just make it all up. But it's weird, though, because I'm kind of feeling this thing, because I haven't been to church in a while. I'm kind of feeling like, you know, I want to go back, but I need a new religion, man. That's why I'm kind of between religions right now. You know, like, I used to be Catholic, but, you know, I can't be Catholic anymore, you know? I mean, once they started fucking the kids, I was just like, all right, dude, you know what? I'm out, okay? You guys party way too fucking hard for me, okay? I got off at about 22 exits ago. I didn't see that page in the book. I don't know what you guys are doing. I can't believe they're still in business. People are still showing up. Name one other business that could survive that shit. You think if they were fucking kids at Walmart, they could sell rakes the next day? And just try to play it off like, yeah, we had a little problem in aisle 8, but, you know, we got some slacks over here. We got kitchen appliances. We got some hula hoops. You guys saw the Pope died? You saw that, right? Yeah. Everyone was flipping out, man. I thought that was a good thing. I was like happy for him, man. He was in horrible health. You know what I mean? Everybody just wanted the guy to keep hanging on. It's ridiculous. They're like wheeling him from room to room, and people are still flipping. Oh, God, I think he's gonna die. I think he's gonna die. It's like, well, I think he's gonna go to heaven. I mean, it's gotta be better than that shit. I bet the last 2 months of his life, he was just sitting in that chair going, God, I wish the world would stop praying for me. Just fucking let me go. Good Lord. I skied till I was 78. I had a great life. Move on. So they got a new pope now. They picked another old white dude, you know. And they were actually, in the running was this black dude from Nigeria, right? They were actually considering making him the pope. And I was kind of hoping he was going to win, you know. Not because I give a fuck either way. I just wanted to see all the black comics doing bits like the next day, like, oh, white people scared now. White people is scared now. Yeah, the Pope is black and shit. It's gonna be a whole different story. He's gonna come in with the hat to the side. Music's gonna be pumping. White people in the front row, gee, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Because when black people go to church, could you just feel it? That was like a half-hour material. Went out the fucking window the second they picked another white dude. It was endless. Pope Mobile's gonna be pimped out, and you better not be shooting at this Pope. The black Pope will be shooting back at your ass. Because when white people get shot, etc., etc. Actually, I have this black dude moved in my building, man. Lives on the same floor as me. He's one of these dudes. Every time he's hilarious. Every time he says some shit, right after he's done saying the shit, he repeats like the most important part of like the previous sentence. It's hilarious. Everything he said will be like, yo, my man came in, he put that shit on the table. Put it on the table! It's hilarious. Everything he says. Yo, this country's at war, son. War! I'm just looking at my friend like, dude, did you hear him the first time? Because I heard him the first time. I was smiling, I was nodding. Am I fucking supposed to do that? I mean, what am I supposed to do? Actually, I got a couple of friends of African persuasion. And I got to get rid of them, man. I got to admit to you. I'm finding I'm spending too much money on clothes hanging out with them. Because I got to, like, fucking try to keep up with their wardrobe. It's like every time they go out, they got all brand new shit on. All brand new shit. So when I show up with my white version of brand new, which is, you know, I ironed the shit, right? I ironed it, right? It's new. They just start trashing me. I can't keep up with them, man. They got like fucking 58 pairs of sneakers. Ever notice that shit? Like every color fucking Timberland. And I don't give a shit what fucked up color their shirt is. They got a pair of shoes to match it and a hat. It's like a rule or something. They're the worst. Even when you wear some new shit, there's like some sort of rule that you gotta like space out the amount of time within which like that you wear it. Because God forbid you wear the same shirt within a 10-day period, one of them's gonna notice. All of a sudden just look at you funny like, this motherfucker's got the same shit he had on last Tuesday. And then the whole crowd's like, oh shit! Then everybody just starts making fun of your fucking clothes. First they do the math, like, what was that, 5 days ago? 5 days? This motherfucker got 5 shirts! He got 5 shirts! And they start breaking it down. Yo, his first shirt be saying Monday, next shirt be saying Tuesday. Yo, on the weekend, he ain't be wearing no shirts. I'll tell you, it's actually funny. You know what? That's actually how I judge black guys now. When I first came to the city, like, all black people scared me. No, I was like the typical white dude from like the suburbs, you know what I mean? Had no frame of reference, you know? So my only frame of reference with black people was like those, remember those early 90s gangster rap videos? Throw the fucking LA riots in there, man. It was fucking horrible PR. I'm watching the videos, look, he's got a nice car, he's got all the women, and he's still fucking mad. These black dudes are never happy. But after 10 years of living in the city, this is how I narrow it down. Whether a black dude scares me or not. Black dudes with dirty sneakers scare the fucking shit out of me. No. I figured out in my head, because I know if I'm hanging out with them, that's the last shit that they're gonna let go, the immediate shit that they have on. So I think, you know, if his sneakers are fucked up, that means his life is fucked up. Every time he leaves his building, the whole neighborhood, oh, shit! Everyone starts making fun of him. He's on the train in a bad mood. I kind of have this howdy-doody, kind of mug-me kind of face. I'm not saying something's gonna happen, I'm just saying, I'm paying attention. So I've been seeing this girl recently, this black girl, right? She lives up in Harlem, you know, gone out like 3-4 times, you know. First time we hung out like the Village area in New York, you know, which is sort of like a racially mixed area. So shit was cool, you know what I mean? Second time we hung out was more like Midtown, you know. Then the third time, she called me at like 3:30 in the morning, and she wanted me to come up to her apartment, right? So it's 3:30 in the morning, she lives in Harlem, I look how I look, so it's a fucking situation. Yeah, because you know the deal, right? Basically, a white dude feels comfortable up to about like 98th, 99th Street, you know what I'm saying? The second the streets start getting into like triple digits, like 100, 101st Street, start getting like a little asthma, like, oh, fuck, it's starting to get a little high up here. You feel that little tightness in your chest? Can you feel that? 106th Street, you're like leaning on shit like, dude, where'd all the cabs go? How come there's no taxis up here? Dude, what's a bodega? I don't know what that is. Let's get the fuck out of here. So I'm praying to God she's gonna tell me to take the subway, get off at like 105th Street, 103rd, you know, which is like the first stop in Harlem where I can still look over my shoulder and see like all the white people like disappearing over the horizon, you know? But she goes, no, man, you want to get on the Uptown 2-3 train, you want to get off at 125th Street. I'm like, God, fuck, 125th Street. Jesus Christ, that's like right in the middle of everything. I'm gonna be surrounded on all four sides. I can't fucking do this. So, at this point, I'm really trying to hide like the bitchy tone that's starting to creep into my voice, you know? And I'm trying to ask for really specific directions for when I get up there, because I want to know exactly where I'm going. So she starts naming the streets I have to go down, and every other street up there is named after like a black leader, you know? She's like, make a left on Adam Clayton, take a right on Frederick Douglass. I'm like, God, fuck Adam Clayton. Yo, dude, go on the internet, look up Adam Clayton. Did he kill a bunch of white people during the slave revolt? Dude, I ain't going up there till I know what Adam Clayton did. Fuck this shit. So at this point, I'm really having a battle with myself. Because I'm thinking I can't do this, right? I'm like, I can't do this, but my dick's going, no, come on, man, we can do this, all right? Just relax. Pull yourself together and get on the goddamn train, right? So as always, I listen to my dick. Oh yeah, I get on the train. By the time I get up there, it's like 5 or 4 in the morning, right? I'm staying on like Malcolm X and like Danny Glover or some shit, right? I don't even know where the hell I'm at. But I see the street I want to go up. I want to go up St. Nick. I can literally see her apartment building, but there's like 5 or 6 black dudes standing right on the corner, right where I want to walk by. So I'm like, fuck! Felt like I was on like some reality show at that point, like some sort of like white guy survivor. It was ridiculous. So I'm thinking, I gotta walk right by these guys, right? You know what's funny? I think that they were actually more surprised to see me than I was scared, you know? And I was really, really scared, you know, but I'm also really, really white, you know? Like shockingly Caucasian. You know what I mean? Like if you're not ready for me, I can like surprise you. No, especially if you live up there. You've probably seen a white person for hours, possibly days. So when I show up, it's almost like magical. Like a leprechaun came out of nowhere, you know? Felt like I should have had like a little pot of gold, like a rainbow behind me. Top of the morning to you like it. Kind of dance my way past them. But it's been going all right, you know? Once I get in her apartment, I'm fine, you know? I relax, sit down, you know, watch a hip-hop countdown. Pretend like I know the groups, you know what I mean? It's just getting there that's a fucking pain in the ass. But, you know, I don't get mad at it, because I figure, you know, black dudes got to go through the same shit, though, right? When you go out to the suburbs, go fuck a white girl, right? Just that same awful feeling of just leaving your people behind, you know, just less and less of you as you're fucking driving out there. Probably start off lean and you're all fucking cool. 20 minutes in, you're driving like 10 and 2, the radio's off, like, dude, I don't like this shit. I don't like this shit at all. There's too much grass, I don't see any rims. This is fucked up. None of the windows are tinted. I can clearly see white people in every car. This is fucked up. Listen, you guys were awesome. Thank you so much for coming out. God bless you. Thank you very much. All right, man. Take care. Thank you.